The most dangerous thing you give away every single day is not your time. It is not your money. It is not even your trust. It is your reaction. And the moment someone learns they can control how you feel with a single word, a single silence, a single look, you stop being free. You become a puppet with invisible strings, and they are holding every one of them. Here is the truth. Most people spend their entire lives reacting, explaining, and chasing, and they call it caring. They call it loyalty. They call it love. But the reality is far darker than that. Every time you react, you hand over a piece of your power. Every time you explain yourself, you ask for permission to exist. Every time you chase someone who pulled away, you tell them exactly how little you value yourself. And they take notes. Here are 7 psychological rules that will make you untouchable. And rule number 4 is the one nobody is ready to hear. Rule 1. Stop reacting. Your reaction is their reward. Understand this deeply, because it is the foundation everything else is built on. When someone insults you, when someone disrespects you, when someone tests your boundaries, they are not just being difficult. They are gathering data. They are watching to see, does this person need my approval? Does this person defend themselves too much? Can I push further without consequence? And the moment you react, you answer every one of those questions with a single crystal clear message. Yes, I am controllable. The silent person in the room is not weak. The silent person is the one everyone else is trying to read, and they cannot. Because silence does not give them the data they need to manipulate you. Silence is not absence. Silence is a mirror, and most people cannot stand what they see in it. Rule 2. Never explain yourself to someone who has already decided to misunderstand you. This is one of the most painful lessons you will ever learn, and it is also one of the most liberating. Here is what happens when you explain yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you. You give them more words to twist. You give them more sentences to take out of context. You give them more ammunition, and they were never interested in understanding you in the first place. They were interested in winning. There is a pattern you need to recognize. The person who demands an explanation is rarely looking for clarity. They are looking for a crack in your armor, a place where they can insert doubt, guilt, or control. And the longer you explain, the more cracks you create. The people who value you do not need an explanation. The people who need an explanation will never value it. Stop handing them the script to your own interrogation. Rule 3. Ignore. Not as punishment, as protection. Most people get this wrong. They think ignoring someone is about hurting them, about showing them they do not matter, about revenge. That is not what ignoring is. Ignoring is about reclaiming the energy you were bleeding out, drop by drop, message by message, thought by thought, on people who never deserved it. Every time you check their message, you lose. Every time you replay the conversation in your head, you lose. Every time you imagine what they are thinking about you right now, you are giving them real estate in the most valuable property you own, your mind. And they are not paying rent. Ignoring is not cold. Ignoring is surgical. You are removing a tumor that has been quietly feeding on your peace, and the only person who feels the pain of removal is the tumor. Rule 4, and this one is going to hurt. The person you are most afraid of losing is often the person you most need to let go of. Read that again and sit with it. Because this is the rule that separates people who understand psychology from people who are mastered by it. Your brain has a dangerous flaw. It confuses intensity with value. The more someone hurts you, the more you obsess over them. The more inconsistent they are, the more addictive they become. The more they pull away, the harder you chase. And here is the psychological truth behind it. Your brain is not in love with them. Your brain is addicted to the cycle of hope and disappointment. The dopamine hit of the reconciliation, the relief after the fight, the high of finally getting their attention again. That is not a relationship. That is a withdrawal cycle. And you are not heartbroken, you are detoxing. The moment you name it for what it is, the spell breaks. They were never your soulmate, they were your dealer. Rule 5. Protect your plans like they are state secrets. Here is something nobody warns you about. The moment you announce what you are working toward, something shifts inside your brain. Psychologists call it premature cognitive commitment. Your brain rewards you for talking about the goal as if you already achieved it. That burst of validation you feel when you tell someone your big plan. That is real dopamine, and it tricks your brain into relaxing, into putting less effort into actually doing the work, because you already got the reward. Winners quietly build while everyone else is busy announcing. They do not post the blueprint, they post the finished building. And there is another layer here, a darker one. The more people know about your goals, the more people have the power to sabotage them. Not everyone who smiles at your success wants to see more of it. Some people are simply taking notes. Silent success is not a brand, it is a survival strategy. Rule 6. Treat attention like currency, because it is. In the modern world, attention is the most valuable resource anyone can take from you, and most people spend it like pocket change. Every notification you answer instantly, every argument you get pulled into, every drama you let yourself become part of, you are spending, and the person on the other end is collecting. Manipulators know this instinctively. They will provoke you just to watch you respond, because your response is proof that they matter. Your anger is proof that they have power over your emotional state. Your long, heartfelt explanation is proof that you value their opinion more than you value your own peace. The most powerful thing you can do when someone tries to bait you is nothing. Not a reaction, not an explanation, not even a glance. Because attention is the one currency that, once spent, you can never get back. And the people who hoard it, quietly, deliberately, ruthlessly, are the ones who end up with all the power. Rule 7. Become the person you would be terrified to lose. This is not about ego, this is about self-architecture. Most people spend their lives terrified of losing others, partners, friends, colleagues, approval from strangers on the internet, while never once stopping to ask, what would it take for me to become the person others are afraid of losing? Not through manipulation, not through control, through presence, through substance, through becoming so grounded in your own identity that your silence is louder than everyone else's noise. Here is what that looks like in practice. You stop checking your phone every 5 minutes. You stop rehearsing conversations that already ended. You stop molding yourself into different versions for different people, because you are not a product and they are not customers. You build a life so rich, so full, so rooted in purpose, that when someone walks away, your world does not collapse, because they were never the foundation. You were. And that shift, from needing to be chosen to choosing yourself, is the difference between a life spent reacting and a life lived in power. Here is the truth. These 7 rules are not tactics, they are armor. And the people who master them do not become cold, they do not become heartless, they become free. Because the opposite of manipulation is not aggression. It is a quiet, unshakable certainty that your worth is not up for negotiation. Never react, never explain, just ignore, and watch how the world rearranges itself around your silence. If this opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to see it right now, and subscribe to Silent Success. Because the truth we post here, most people are not ready for it.